it is, baby. Kiss. Shout out to Shay Baby TV, the hottest shit on the internet. Giving flowers, showing love, no hate, no sucky shit.
Yeah. Shay Baby. Shay.
Welcome
Shay.
to the VIP section.
Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. 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 Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. 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 Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. Shay. Shay. Shay Baby, y'all. The vibes. Make sure you go like and subscribe to the channel if you like what's going on. If you like all the hip hop and the sports news, and you like everything that Shay Baby's bringing to the table, make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the vibes.
Room for morality.
No games.
In foreign affairs.
Yo, Shay, we about to wake these niggas up, man. They sleeping. We about to put them on. And if they ain't ready, they better get ready. Yeah, stirring up the pot, crazy. Stir it up. Tuned in to Shay Baby. Tune in. Twisting up the Zog Right up. Got me going Zog crazy. Hip hop news, no cap. So don't try and bait. No cap. Trying to get your reels up. Then you know you gotta pay me. This ain't your average, bro. Nah. Hating, then you mad at us. Haters. Niche if they hating, send these haters back to Africa. This is where the shit stops. When I hit my bro Fox. What up, Don Coop, Charles, Pat, Brian. Make the show rock. Whole team. And we talking hip hop. Baby love, salute, baby. Salute, baby. Marcy, the whole chat room. Drop a comment, paste it. Started from the bottom basement. Headed to the top fast. Tune in and share your thoughts. Talking about it, talk stats. Shay Baby TV, hottest on the net. Let's talk facts. Anything above that. Cloud chasing, fall back. Merch about to drop soon. Pre-order yours now. They can never lock us out. Kicking all the doors down. We coming through. Shay Baby TV, the hottest TV on the airwaves. Lock in. Talking about it. Salute to the whole team. Marcy, Baby Love, Niche, Don Coop, Pat, Brian, No Cap Fox. What it do, y'all? We coming through, y'all. Shay Baby TV.
Shay Baby. Yes, sir. We are in the building. Shout out to my man No Game on the intro. Fire. No cap, what it is. Michelle, I see you. Yeezy Love, what it is. Yo, No Game, I gotta call you today, my dude. Been in the mix. Let's talk about it. Baby. Yeah. So, we are here, Freaky Friday. Oh yeah, Michelle, you missed a few things.
Hey, it's Freaky Friday. Sit back and enjoy, and let's get wet.
Yes, sir! Shout out to Niche early in the morning. She said, let's get wet tonight. Baby. So, Freaky Friday, welcome to the show. We are here. We are Another Friday. Thankful that we got up. Gotta thank God. Always for getting up early in the morning. We are in the building. Shout out to Michelle pulling up. Hey, Niche. Patricia's in the building. The ladies are here. God bless what it is.
Shea baby.
So, like I said, today, Freaky Friday, we're going to talk about Max B and French Montana. The Coke Wave 3.5 is going to drop. I don't know if it dropped today, but I know they got a couple snippets out there. We're going to go over that. We're going to go over, and I got the interview of the girl who actually was the actual Cody, I want to say, of Max B. Because she's the one, I guess they were saying, that set up the dude who was murdered. They tried to set him up, I guess, for the jewelry and some money. Make sure the lips is not ashy. Put some lip, what's this? Lip Medex. This is what we're using for today. All right, so let's get right to it. Let's talk about it. Let me see what we got earlier running around from the platform. Oh, yeah, we had this. Let's talk about this early. You're hating. You are joking with niggas that get way more pussy than you act. Stop. And we know this is what this is all about. You're in the game for the bitches. We saw Shorty put the cake in your face. Shorty, that will never happen to me, my nigga, on live.
My bad, bro. I'm talking about butter. That's what I'm talking about.
Who FBG butter? He told.
It's crying in the police station with an Alpha Davis signature.
So he signed papers. He signed a statement.
All right, so if you don't know what's going on, about a year ago, right? This is why I say act. You gotta chill. There's levels to this act. You're not on that level, academics. I'm sorry. I don't care how much money, Lambos. We all know that's fake, corny, 2015 money. We know this. The industry's dead then. You're lucky to get what you have. Lucky. Because why do niggas listen to you? You never made no records. You never was in no studios. You call yourself DJ Academics, but I never heard you DJ in the club not once. We know you went to Rutgers, and guess what? I could get the scoop on you. I know the hitters in Rutgers. Yo, Mike Poole, what's up with this Academics nigga? Calhoun, Mike Calborn, what's up with this DJ Academics nigga? I bet you niggas don't even know who you is, my nigga, at Rutgers. I'm naming the basketball stars, 5-star recruits. Shout out to Riverside Church. These are the hitters at Rutgers at them years. The most famous is the athletes. I bet you not one of these niggas even know you even went to that school, my nigga. But then again, you want to talk about how niggas dress and talk about niggas with the bitches. Nerve! Nerve! The nerve! Okay, 2015 act, let's talk about it. When you're in Rutgers, or these years, 2010, or whatever years you're in Rutgers, right? While you're in Rutgers, these niggas done smashed 1,000 to 2,000 bitches way over you. 1,000 outfits in, 100 chains in by then. These are niggas you talking to from the early 2000s and the 90s, my nigga. Let's really talk about this, bro. This can't go on no more, act. You gotta move on to the Chicago niggas, man. Talk about them niggas, B. The New York niggas, it ain't gonna work. I'm telling you that right now. It's not gonna work. And the only reason, act, is because niggas that really know about the game know, you could say, it could be an argument with them on the podcast. Do they look goofy or not? Could be arguments with niggas with saying that. Even the GOATs could be arguing that. The niggas that's in the game about them doing the podcast thing these for. You know what I mean? Me? Don't bother me. The Joe and Jada, don't bother me. Regardless, I'm still in my lane. I'm not mad at this. Even though they in the way, don't get me wrong, but they're in the way of the financial money from the sponsorships. That's the only way they're in the way when it comes to me. But when it comes to all of these airwaves, they're not in the way. I wake up every morning, I got my own fan base, no different than them. No different than academics. You got the YN goofies listening to you talk about the game. I can't listen to it. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've watched academics before, and I like the academic show. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? He runs his mouth. He's showing all the news. I like it. But the moment he starts talking about the GOATs, I can't. It's tough. It's tough. Because we know what blew academics up. The Chirac niggas. You know, he was like Marv Alberts to all the murders. He was Stephen A to all the murders. He was giving these niggas nicknames, bruh. And that's real. We knew that's how he blew up. You know what I mean? So this is why I'm trying to say, you know, when it comes to talking that talk, when it comes to them GOATs, leave that for niggas like me. Leave that for niggas like me, Ak. You know why? And you're like, who the hell are you, Shay? This is what academics is saying. Who the hell are you? Why should you be able to talk that talk and not me? I started this. This is Ak, right? Because Ak, I got the proof to show it. I'm in the game, my nigga. Before you thinking about the game, you thinking about how to get in. You was a fat, funky nigga sitting in ruckus in the room playing 2K or playing Call of Duty. Me, even by then, I'm even 10, 20, 50 chains up, 20 cars in, 500 chicks slam dance. I'm already in the game by then. So you can't even talk to me, my nigga. Shit, baby. Better yet, talk about them. You can't even talk to me. Because, Ak, let's keep it real. How would you like one of these young niggas, one of these blog niggas? How do you feel? I wonder how Ak looks at, like, the Kai Kayants and all them little young niggas doing that streaming. He look at them niggas like the little young niggas that don't know the game. They just in there, right? Well, this is how the GOATs look at you, bro. This is how the GOATs look at you, bro. And that's a fact. You know, it just so happened that you got a big platform. Pause. That's why Mano's replying. Other than that, Mano wouldn't even be replying to you, my nigga. And this is real. They just know you got a big platform, and it's actually helping them out too. It's actually helping them out too. Because you're talking about them to the young niggas, and they like, who is these niggas? And going to Google them. Oh, these niggas had hits. And you know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why they replying. Other than that, Ak, you know what I mean? Niggas is looking at you like, come on, my nigga, respect the name. Respect the name. Like, what did Baby go up there and say? Stop playing with my name? Like that. And you know why Baby saying that, right? Because, yeah, Charlamagne been in the game running around with Wendy Williams. Yeah, Envy been in the game. I can't say that them niggas never been in the game because they have. You know what I mean? But Baby's outside 95, 96, 97, Rolexes on the ankles, ducking, not no internet ops, real ops. Rough Rider tours, Rockefeller tours, all of this. Respect my name. I'm selling out arenas. Respect my name. That's it. Just respect the name. All right, let's get into it. Because we could go forever with Ak. Because that was a good little thing with Ak and Mano. I can't lie. You know, gave them some buzz. Keep it going. Like Ak said, it's not no problems. And you know, one thing about when it comes to academics, right? And this is for real, even if I, got my opinion on it. It's no beef or no drama, pause, where if me and Act or if any one of these guys see each other, they're gonna fight. No, academics, niggas already know. Academics already said it's all jokes. He said them niggas is mad because they can't joke with him. That's what he said. He said that they get upset because he got jokes. You know what I mean? Yes, could be it. You know what I mean? Could be that. You know what that's why I said it's just words on the internet. Niggas is just stating their opinion. You know what I mean? So actually, I want to give a shout out to academics because you can't front on him. He built up a platform, whether it's fugazi or cap or not. It's still a platform that he built from the mud. So you can't take that from him. You know what I mean? He built it. He got his own money. He got paid. So you can't hate on him. All right. Let's get right into the show, man. It's Freaky Friday. Oh, yeah, we got to get Nishi. Thick Madame. I forgot I blew it up, pause, so niggas can really see it. Make sure y'all go follow them on Instagram. They got some nice posts up there about thick women. If you're thick women out there and you feel like, you know what, skinny women can't touch us, go follow this page because they get your confidence to the roof. Shout out to Thick Madame 69. What a name. Shit, baby. Shout out to Sharice Brewster. She giving me the purple hearts. I hope that's love, Sharice. I hope that's love. Shit, baby. Oh, no. Charles, all 3 Big Drips is in here today. The Drippers are back. I got to say, the Big Drip album is coming out soon. They've been, they just been chilling. They've been trying to take care of families over the holidays. But they are back in the studio, the Big Drips, working on a new album. Charles is their manager. Shit, baby. Charles is their manager. So, Charles, man, what does it look like backstage when you're working with the girls, man? I know it's lovely being the manager of the Big Drip. What is it like? I have to interview you, Charles, on the Big Drip, man. Shit, baby. All right, let's get into the smoke. Let's talk about this Coke. Let's start off with the Coke Boy wave. Oh, wait. Let's get a little promo in there first before we start off anything. Haven't did this in a while. Baby! Zagraba. Zagraba is a premium leaf that you could crush up and smoke in your za. What a name. Zagraba. Try it out. Zagraba.com. Okay, so if you go on to Zagraba.com, you can actually order the cigars and the grabba. Since you guys see me always promoting it, I wish you guys could get down and smoke that. Because I want you to know when you're smoking good, just know I put you on. So there it goes right there. That's the promo code. These niggas gave me a promo code. So the promo code is SBTV26. You get an extra 10% off. I think this was for Cyber Monday, which will be this Monday coming up. But the hell with them. They can't promote to my niggas and have my niggas thinking they can only get a percentage off on Mondays. This is for always. 25% for the Shea Babies. There you go. 25%. Shea Baby. So let's go get that Zagraba and smoke good. Look, they gave me the double box. That's how much I smoke. That Zagrabi. Shout out to my man Wesley. Case, what it do? Shea Baby. It's popping again in here. God damn, YouTube, y'all letting me eat. Finally. Stop hating on me. God damn, it seems like ever since I went against Ack, you let me win. But I'm not going against Ack. Ack is a good dude, man. You know what I mean? Ack is just a regular nigga trying to get to the money. That's it. Shea Baby. That's all. Just leave the goats alone, man. Because it's going to get real nasty. All right, so let's start off with French Montana and Max B. So they got this Coke Boy 3.5 wave song coming out. I thought today on Freaky Friday, this would be good. Niche, hold on. Najee in the building.
Hey, it's Freaky Friday. Sit back and enjoy, and let's get wet.
That's a fact. Shout out to Niche. That drop is so crazy. Now, we have a couple other drops that Niche did too, but, we got to load them in. All right, so the Coke Boy wave. They got this album dropping. You know, I think it might do something. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because French Montana has a wave. And this is the thing. He's married to some, like, princess out in Dubai. So the buzz out in Dubai is gonna be retarded. You know, introduce Max B to the Dubai life. You never know. Him and his wife might move out there. Shit, baby. You know, French Montana might tell him, like, look, stay away from them. Come rock with me out here. It's a lot of money. I'm gonna have the princess put you and wife up in one of these little, cause you know in Dubai cause in Dubai they high-rise buildings is like 300 floors, right? They put you on the 300th floor. Imagine being on the 300th floor in the fucking in the clouds. Put you on the 300th floor. You know what I mean? When you want to come downstairs, they have a helicopter bring you down. All of that. You know what I mean? Shit, baby. Max B might want to live that life, but I doubt it. Being in jail for 20 years, Max B's thrill right now could be running around New York City, Jersey, Harlem. Because, you know, when you move away out of New York, right? I know thousands of people, hundreds of people have done that. You turn around, you go to the store. What the hell you doing back here? You know what I mean? They had to come back. They're in New York. They spend they go to the South to save money. And the money that they save, they spend it all up coming back to New York 10 times a year. Yeah. You know what I mean? They missed the rats. They missed the 7-foot rats running around the streets. Let's keep it real. You move to Florida, you see gators all in your backyard. You're like, damn, I don't want to see a gator. I miss them rats. Shit, baby. I miss them rats. Smash them like buttons too. I see y'all fronting hard bodies over there. You know, I watch my man Sub-Zero. Don't make me pull a Sub-Zero in here, man. That's a fact. Don't make me pull a Sub-Zero. Right, Toe? Sub-Zero say, you know what? If niggas they don't wanna obey by what's going on, hitting the likes, I just go on pause for a little while. That's what he said. I don't do no stuff like that, but that's crazy. I like that. Hit them likes, man. Let's get these lives out. All right, so the 3.5 album, I think it's gonna be something. Now today I thought we would go over a few things that's leading up the hype of the Max B buzz. Now I also have the interview of the girl that was actually in the apartment the day they had this set up when Max B got locked up. Let's start with that with Shorty. Let me see if this is it. No, that's not it. Hold on. We'll get to that. I think this is it. Here we go.
Okay, so here you are. You're in a relationship with Max. Ballin' is out. You're still stripping at Sin City. Then you meet a guy named Alan Plowden, a.k.a. Jay, who is a flashy Florida businessman. He drives a white Mercedes, and he carries around a Louis Vuitton bag with about $30,000 in cash. How did this initial relationship start?
It was crazy. I was actually just standing outside on the corner about to go to my apartment, and I realized that I didn't have my key. So I was calling Max because he had the key, and so I was calling him, and he basically told me he was at the studio, so I had to wait. So he came to the studio, and I was on my way to work. So that's when I met Alan. Alan was just like standing out there, and he just like started to talk to me, and we just started talking, and then after that, we went out, and that was it. Like, I didn't really know the guy. We just like went out. He took me shopping.
How many dates did you go on with Alan?
I went out with Alan, I went out with him, I would say 2 times, but it was like in it wasn't even in 24 hours. It was about like in 12 hours. So like I met him, we had a drink, and then I went home, and then like the next morning he called me and asked me did I want to go shopping, and which it wasn't even, it was like a couple of hours later, you know, because it wasn't even that long, but he asked me did I want to go shopping, and then we just went shopping. So
Okay, so you guys go shopping on September 1st, 2006.
yes.
So he takes you shopping, and then you guys go back to his hotel room, which is the Holiday Inn in Fort Lee.
Yes.
When I heard this, I was a little confused because you got a guy with a bunch of cash, a Benz, taking girls shopping. They don't usually stay at the Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inn is kind of like a motel. It's kind of like a 2-star. Usually they're a little bit better than that. Why was he staying at the Holiday Inn?
I have no idea. I really don't. I have no idea why he was staying there.
Okay, so number one, you have a boyfriend that you live with. Why are you letting this other guy take you shopping? Because you know what that usually leads to.
Because like I guess because like we had like it's like an open relationship, but I never really exercised it on my end. I was like trying to exercise it on my end that one time. But we had he see other women, and you know, he said I could see other men, and that was like basically my first time trying to see another guy.
Okay, so you hang out with this guy twice. Within 24 hours, he takes you shopping. Now you're back in his hotel room.
Okay.
What happens next?
He stopped to take a shower or something. He was like really going in to take a shower. And you know, I guess like I was waiting for him. I was supposed to wait for him. But I wanted to leave. So, you know, I wanted to meet Max because I was talking to Max on the phone like the whole time while we were like shopping and stuff. And, you know, he was telling me to come back where he was at. So I had other plans. I wasn't trying to, you know, chill with the guy or nothing. I wanted to be where Max was. So I went back to where he was. I caught a cab and went back.
Okay, while you're out with Alan shopping and so forth to go back to his hotel room, are you telling Max B what you're doing? Or
Yeah, I told him we was on the phone like the whole time, like, you know, we had the little bleep phones, and yeah, we were talking the whole time. I told him I was shopping with the guy, you know. He was basically like...
See, let me pause for a second. This is why I say this about act. Where are you in these areas, my nigga? That's what I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? I'm outside bleeping too. Oh yeah, rest in peace to my man Raul. Raul's the bleep king, man. Shout out to Raul, man. My man Raul, you know, that's why you gotta live life every day, man. My man had cancer, and you know, he just was living life, man. Seen him on Facebook for about a couple years, just going through it. He was still moving around. He was just actually in DR. Passed away a few days ago, man. Rest in peace to my man Raul, man. That's a shit, baby. That's a real Washington Heights wolf. That's a Washington Heights wolf. Word. Shout out to him. Shit, baby. All right, so shorty right here. I mean, you gotta realize, this girl did a bid. She did about 15, 20 like Max. She's been through a lot. She did 15, 20 like Max. Now this girl, you know, you hear her story. She says she's living with another nigga, going on dates with this nigga. The nigga that dies, that she's talking about, you know, this is the nigga that was spending bread on her. Tricking, doing all of this, taking her out. She says she seen the nigga twice in 12 hours. That nigga was trying to bust her ass. Shit, baby. That's a fact. Let's get to it. Let's finish
it. In, like, telling me, you know, to hurry up and, basically like I shouldn't, I better not be sleeping with the guy and stuff like that.
Okay, so Max is lightweight jealous.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I've taken a lot of girls back to hotel rooms. Usually, I'm showering before sex or after sex. I'm not going in there to shower just to shower. So, did you guys actually have sex?
Oh, no. I didn't have sex with him. He showered. I didn't have a shower. I was actually on the phone with my friend. And I went outside I used to smoke cigarettes then. I don't smoke now. I went out to like smoke a cigarette while he was in the shower. And then I came back.
Okay, so this guy comes up to shower. He just took you shopping. Usually a guy will expect something out of that situation.
Yeah, he probably did.
Lies!
He probably did expect something. I'm pretty sure he did, 9 times out of 10, like a guy take you shopping, he spend money on you, he do expect something. But yeah, I wasn't trying to I didn't have sex with him. I wasn't trying to have sex with that guy.
Okay, so eventually you leave the room. Did you get a copy of the key before you left the room, or you just left the room?
Yes, I had actually he gave me a copy of his key when I went to go smoke a cigarette. So he gave me a copy of the room key.
Oh, but he never asked for it back.
No. And I didn't really notice that I had it, like, until later.
Okay, so now you leave Alan's hotel room at the Holiday Inn, and then you went to go meet up with Max B in Harlem?
Yes.
And how did that conversation go?
When I pulled up, he like, it's like a lot of people outside. I think it was like they were having like a basketball tournament. We were right in Lincoln Projects, and so there's a lot of people outside. They were all like looking, and he had like he's really loud, like a loud bravado, and he's like oh, what the fuck? Oh, you're here? Like, what did you get? And he's like grabbing my bags, and he's like looking and see what I got and all the stuff. And then he's basically, asking me like, did I get him anything? And I told him no. And then, so then he just basically looked at the stuff and he's like, oh, this guy got some money. And then he was just started asking me questions about the guy, Alan.
Was he upset at all over the situation?
I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. I'm listening to this. This is my first time watching it, too. No, this been out for weeks. This is like the second week out. You know what I mean? This been out for like 2 weeks. I just couldn't watch it because I just didn't want to watch it. But I stumbled across it today. I figured we watch it together. Now, watching this, it's like, Vlad, I know you want the views. I understand this. But, like, knowing that people are hurt, like, she just got out of jail. She need a few dollars. You're giving her a few dollars. Making her backtrack all of this stuff from 20 years ago. She just did a bid. It's a lot for a lady, man. It's a lot for a girl, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I know this ain't a grown woman. We understand. But it's obvious these people are on these interviews because they need bread. They want a few dollars. You know what I mean? But the questions is crazy.
No, I thought he was. I thought he was, like, when I was heading toward him, because, the way that he behaved on the phone. But
all right, so I saw in the comments for the people pulling up right now, Yachty effing Black. This is the girl, Harlem Romeo, what it is. This is the girl that they say that was with Max B, that set up everything, that caused Max B to do the 17, and caused her to do the 15, 17, to whatever it was. You know what I mean? The dude that got killed is the nigga that she's talking about. How this is how the setup happened.
You know, he was acting slightly jealous on the phone. He was acting real jealous on the phone.
Katina Williams, what it is?
But when I got there, he didn't seem like he was that mad about the situation anymore. He just I don't know, he just called his brother, and then him and his brother start talking, and like I think he
That nigga Puff Big said there's some bad joints in here. Yes, it is. Shout out to Niche. Shout out to Patricia. Shout out to Michelle. And shout out to Katina. And Baby Love. And all of them. Mark Keep, I see y'all. There's some baddies in here.
He told me to go and like get some drugs.
And she from Houston, y'all.
When I came
Shout out
back,
to Houston.
Basically, that's when he told me, you know, he told me to like go and
let me pause it. See, Michelle said the power of the pussy, 100%. Now, that's the thing. You heard this dude, right? Now, look, this is why, you know, I moved the way I move. You know what I mean? And, you know, this is just it. You know, it's just, you can't be thirsty. Here go a nigga that's a street nigga. He got money. Like a lot of these niggas that got set up in Chicago, you know, with the academic days, 2015, a lot of them niggas was going backdoor through bitches, going to see little girls. They know to get a nigga, you gotta use a girl. Because these niggas is thirsty. You can't get Shay Baby like that. Shay Baby's very nervous, very scary, and everything. Like, you know, if you know me like that, you know how I am. So, this guy, he's giving girls copy of the keys, double backing, going to take showers, leaving the shit around. This nigga is very, like, just not caring. He acting like it can't happen, whoever this guy is. You know what I mean? Giving her the key, taking her shopping, bringing her to the hotel, even letting her know where you are. This is a stripper, my nigga. Don't you know if they are stripping, they will do anything for the money? Strippers will also give you the pussy if you have a few dollars. When you go in the back and get a lap dance in Sue's Rendezvous back in the days, you go in a private room and get a lap dance. You can easily slide them panties to the side and here's a few dollars, ma. Put a little Magnum on and go in. It's that simple. They think it's looking like a lap dance. Your shit is all up in her. That simple, bro. And that's how they was rocking back in them days. You know what I mean? Them girls were real thotties back then. 100%.
Shay Baby.
The worst of the worst. Especially in New York City. Because all the money was there. Let me tell you about a strip club night I saw with my own eyes. So this is like 2000. Maybe 99, 2000, right? I'm not even supposed to be in there. You got to be 21 and over. So I go up in Sue's Rendezvous, right? This is, yeah. And Suge Knight goes there. The nigga makes everybody leave the club. He buys the whole, he just want him and the bitches in there by himself. This is Suge Knight. This is Suge Knight, my niggas. In Mount Vernon, New York. That's how real it was back then. Sue's Rendezvous, all these strip clubs in New York City, they had the baddest of the baddest. All them bitches was video vixens in a lot of them got grabbed up out of the Sue's Rendezvous and these strip clubs and thrown in the videos and never go back stripping because they was getting maybe $10,000, $20,000 a video. Hype Williams giving them $10,000 a video. This is real. That's how thotty and bad these chicks was, man.
Shay Baby.
So, this is still before Shorty's time I'm talking. Shorty's talking 2007. I'm talking 99, 2000. I'm talking 99, 2000. She's talking 7 years later. So, the game is getting crazy now because now niggas is like this, like a little bit TV is kicking in. Niggas is fronting even harder now in 2007. So these chicks are, because now regular, because the 99, 2000s, only the stars were stars. 2007, regular niggas was looking like rappers now. Now the regular nigga, you couldn't tell the difference between a regular nigga and a rapper.
Shit, baby.
In 2007. And this is real. So, yes, the regular drug dealing niggas, they was looking like they sold $1 million in 2007. So she is walking around, it seems like, looking for niggas because Max is looking in the bag saying, what you got for me and all of this. So it's obvious Max B was treating this girl like a bird. It's obvious.
Show his brother where the guy was staying.
Okay. You had testimony when you took the stand and you said that Max said that you and his brother are going to go get him.
Yeah.
So what did you interpret that as meaning?
Basically, I took it as he wanted me to take his brother to where the guy was staying, like to the guy's room.
Okay, and like we mentioned before, his stepbrother, Kelvin Leardman, AKA Pooh Sims, also had another nickname, Killer Kev.
I didn't know that name.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, Vlad. That's crazy,
So-
son. It's crazy.
At that point, when the three of you talked about the plan to go rob Alan in his room, Max actually called the taxi for you and Pooh Sims to go find the hotel room.
Yes, he called a driver that he knows. But yeah, I wasn't involved in the discussion with them. They discussed it. I was off at the side. He just came and basically told me to go and show his brother. That's it. I wasn't,
Okay,
yeah.
so-
So I wasn't involved in the formulating of the plan or whatever that I don't know anything about that. I was like sitting on the side, you know, like basically in a daze. Cause I was like, you know, I was high on ecstasy and I wasn't really coherent of the whole thing.
crazy.
At that time, I wasn't really being coherent of what was going on because, you know, I would say I was purposely put on ecstasy so that I can be like.
Come on, Ma. Come on. Purposely put on ecstasy. Now, you're working in the strip clubs. Y'all are all on ecstasy. Before you go on stage, you're popping. Ecstasy is like weed for strippers. Ecstasy is like cigarettes and weed and vapes for strippers. So that's just the normal, Ma. That's what I'm saying. Like when it came down to that, let's just keep it real. You know, I don't know if Max ever said it. You know, I don't know what his story is because I never really heard him really talk about all of this since he's been out. But this is something that niggas just didn't think it was going to get to that point. That's it. It seems like from now you hear the story that Shorty was fucking all these niggas. The nigga that she was staying with, you know, he's a nigga that, you know, this is 3 niggas piping 1 chick. Got Max, the drug dealer nigga she claims she never slept with. You know what I mean? Him. Then you got the nigga she's living with. So she's, I don't want to say she's the cause of all this, but she is. Because it seems like if Max did line this up and have something to do with it, it could be the nigga was just mad. Nigga, you got another nigga tricking on you. He thinking you giving the nigga head. So he's saying like, yo, you know what? We're gonna take it to the streets. Where this nigga at, man? That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. So, shorty, it looks like you could be the cause of everything just being in the mix with that coochie all over. We know, we just said it. When it comes down to the pussy, niggas act up. That's why I always say, you good in them streets. If you don't touch nobody work, you don't smash no niggas bitches, and you move with your own females, it's your own team, and you're not in the mix, you have no real, unless a wild stray bullet attacks you, and because bullets don't got no name, there's no reason for a nigga to have that much hate for you. The hate comes from the chicks. Because when these niggas get money, they start all of a sudden smashing everything and becoming like these niggas. Like the nigga said, I got 100 for every bump on your face. You know what I mean? That's where the problems start with these niggas, man. Because it comes back to niggas that never had no money, never got no pussy. That's what it is. Niggas start getting money and start going crazy on the pussy. Next thing you know, yeah. Because look, homeboy, your life is still here. Max B don't do 17 years. Shorty don't got to do 17. The dude, Pooh Sims, is not locked up. If you wasn't thirsty for the stripper coochie, bringing her to the crib, doing all of this, doing all of that, giving her a key, taking her shopping, being a starving ass nigga, this would have never happened. It would have never happened. Now, I'm not blaming him because any man should be able to do whatever he wants out there. You shouldn't lose your life for that. So I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying the females being thirsty, it makes it easy. It makes it easy. Now, that's the difference between the white man and the drug dealer. You're going to spend money on coochie? Go get an escort. They're better than these little stripper boogers on ecstasy. You could go get you a pay. You taking the money, going getting Louis bags, doing all of this. You could have went and got an escort in New York City that's not drop dead gorgeous for cheaper than what you paid for that bag and the hotel fees, giving her a key and losing your life. So if you on it like that, that's the same type of pussy, my nigga. Don't think because the title says escort and stripper is anything different. They probably got more bodies. They probably got more bodies. So the right thing to do, if you want to be a daddy, just pay for the joint that you know what I mean? It's safer. You going to play around on other niggas' territory. She living with another nigga, got the Max B on the side, got you here. God knows how many other lineups she got. She's around 1,000 niggas per night, man. They're around 1,000 niggas a night. Just like I see niggas in New York City. Yeah, I got a bad bitch. I wiped up a bottle girl. Okay, have fun with her. You're sharing that pussy, my nigga. You're sharing it.
Shea baby.
You are, you got a Renaissance coochie, my nigga. And that's real. Let's see how she ends this off and then we're going to move on.
Conformative?
Coerced?
Yeah. Like, I guess like more easy going,
Okay, so you guys get in this car, and I guess you don't quite remember which Holiday Inn it was, so you're trying to figure out which Holiday Inn in the area it was?
Yes, because I didn't even know the area. Like, I'm not from here, I'm not from New York, New Jersey area, so I wasn't really sure like where I was going. I didn't even know that it was in Jersey.
Look, that's how crazy it is. Shorty's not even from the city. That's how wild it is in the city in them eras. Now, she's talking 2007. We talking Pink Elephant, Greenhouse. We talking mansions. We talking, the clubs was crazy in New York City right now. The club scene is wild. Shit, baby. New York City's on fire right now. 2007. This is the #1 market to party in New York City in 2007. Because they had that run. New York City had it from 98 to probably 2010 club scenes. Yeah, Michelle said, wow, mansion. Mansion was crazy. 3 floors. Ridiculous. That's the first time, I ain't gonna lie, I saw BMF. That's the first time I was in there. We come in the club. They sit us down on the couches, right? It's like 20 of us. You know, we got mad bottles. Next thing I know, 3 deep. 3 deep. BMF came, sat next to us, 3 deep. I ain't gonna lie, them niggas I definitely had more bottles than us, and we was 20 deep. They was 3 niggas. 3 niggas. Now, don't get me wrong. We had mad bottles. We was going off. But they went ridiculously off with 3 niggas. I ain't gonna lie. They did. Shout out to them boys. But yeah, Mansion was like that, my nigga. You go in the club in New York City, if you got money, you could sit next to any star and enjoy life in New York City. If you got money. That's the thing about the club scene in New York City. You got money, you outside. So, she's doing all this during them eras. This is crazy. She talking about going to Lincoln Projects at a basketball tournament in 2007. Blood City, nasty work. She's a wild one.
Jersey, I still thought we were in New York. Like, I didn't know.
Right, because they check phone.
That's crazy. So, that was that. I only brought that up because it goes with what's going on, the hype of the album with French Montana and Max B. Now, this album's supposed to drop. I'm not sure. They got the track list right here, because look, he shows you the track list.
That's so bad for you.
Track list. What's up? What's up, man? Got the guys in the building. Max, this is the track list, Max?
Yep. Ooh. There it go. You see the album was about to drop. Now, here's a little snippet of the wave.
From the bottom, it got crazy. For the ends, it got shady. Tell them mama don't go crazy. Make America so wavy. Just make it wavy again. Let this baby make a trend. Push, you thought it was over. Don't make me get the bands. Flag to me my rims. Tag on me some M's. Stack on me some M's. Back to back with me friends. On the lap at least 10. Loose strap at least 10. Say my shit the bone. Strap at least the pin. Picture perfect. Painted a perfect picture. They blackballing. We got rich. We're counting millions out the trench. Gotta live for the moment. Make America wavy. Every bitch know the slogan. Tell them you and pay me. Going block for a block. Like Khan has in his prime. We going eye for an eye. Until they leave us all blind. And still be polished pistols. Pay government officials. On the grind to the grizzle. Keep a stash for the drizzle. Working.
What y'all think? I like it. I like it. See, now this is the difference. It got French Montana. French is a little loopy and still relevant. I can't lie. He's out there with the money. He's in Dubai. This album might win. Just keeping it on. All right, so let's go back. Here go a little bit of the Max B.
I think I ate some bullshit. I ate some Mickey D's. Nigga, I was like, yo, pull this shit over, nigga. Give me some.
All right, so let me pause it real quick. Let me tell y'all what this is. So this is Max B talking about, we just watched Shorty. So what happens is, Shorty sets up the nigga, the brother gun goes off by accident, kills the guy, the brother does life. Max B does, he's supposed to do life, but he does 20. She does about 15 to 17. Everybody's home now. Homeboy's still locked up. Now, in this clip right here, I'm showing y'all, Max B's explaining the day that he got out of jail. These niggas want to go eat at like expensive restaurants and take pictures and do all of this. This nigga said he's got a craving for McDonald's. Let's watch it.
I think I ate some bullshit. I ate some Mickey D's. Nigga, I was like, yo, pull this shit over, nigga. Give me some. I want a motherfucking Big Mac with some fucking fries, some chicken nuggets. I ordered a number 2, nigga, a fish with Big Mac sauce. Then we went to Say Less, and we spent $10,000 on everybody.
Hey, they ain't gonna say less. Shout out to Say Less. Shout out to Say Less.
That's crazy. So, as you can see, he spent about $10,000 on food. Coming home, here goes some more clips.
From the bottom, it got crazy. For them M's, it got shady. Tell them mama don't go crazy. Make America so wavy. Make it wavy again. Let this baby make it straight. Once you thought it was over, nigga don't even get the bands. Stacking me with rims. Stacking me some M's. Stacking me some M's.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They might have something with that song. Good little street tester to start it off. All right, let me see what else I got for y'all, because this was crazy. We got some Diddy action, too. We're going to get to that, because we only got about another half hour, 40 minutes. Let me see what this is. All right, now, this is just, I figured we would watch this. This is a little documentary on, for people who don't know anything about the Max B. What I'm doing now is we're just going over everything with Max B, because the album is dropping. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, I will support the album. You know what I mean? I support the album, French. I want to hear it. I ain't gonna lie, I want to hear it. So here's some of this Max B documentary. Just, we watched what Shorty said. Now they telling you about everything that he went through leading up to the arrest.
Max B was born Charlie Wingate in May of 1978. He grew up in Harlem, New York, and actually stayed in the same apartment building as Cameron,
shout out to Gabby. He said we've been waiting for the wave.
Him. This makes his later ties to Dipset almost feel like destiny. Before the world even knew him as Max B, Harlem knew him as Charlie Rambo, a wild kid who was constantly in the streets, getting into trouble and living fast. His early years were very rough. His mother battled addiction for much of her life and even served time in prison because of it. That left Max to be raised primarily by his grandparents. His grandmother was the opposite of the chaos around him. Strict, deeply religious, and full of faith. She kept gospel music playing around the house and instilled discipline and spirituality in him. This environment planted the seeds of his musical ability. As a kid, Max B sang in the boys' choir of Harlem, showing early glimpses of the soulful voice that would later define his sound. Music became even more personal for Max through his older brother, Eric, who he always described as the cool one. When I was staying with my grandmother back in like 87-ish, 88, he used to go in and out of town. He was into music real heavy, and the last time he left me a big sack of cassette tapes, and on these tapes were everything, all the DJs. This was back when cassette tapes were like 120 minutes, and Kid Capri and Star Child and Brucey B used to make all the mixtapes, and they used to put all the old music together, all the Frankie Beverly and Mays and Luther Vandross, all the great artists. They used to mix them up and blend beats and put them together. Sadly, Max's brother Eric died in Baltimore in 1991 at the age of 16, so a big rest in peace goes out to Eric, because I couldn't imagine what losing a brother felt like to Max. Despite the guidance from Max's grandmother, Max was still involved in the streets. By 17, Max had gotten into serious trouble and was sentenced to 8 years for robbery. He entered prison as Charlie Wingate and came out as Max B. While locked up, he started reflecting on his life. In interviews, he has said that he would look at himself in the mirror and realize he could not go back to the corner. He wanted to become something greater, something larger than life. That's where the persona of Max B was born. The name came from Max Bigavelli, Biggie Smalls, Big, Jay-Z, Jigga, and Tupac Machiavelli. Max B has said Max Bigavelli is Biggie's smoothness, Jigga's flash, and Machiavelli's rebellion, all in one. After serving 8 years in prison, Max B came home around the early 2000s determined to focus on music. A friend brought him to the studio, and the moment he got in the booth, everyone knew he had something special. But just as things started moving, he got hit with another setback. Max was arrested again on a parole violation. He spent about 10 months back inside. In interviews about this time in his life, Max said that he needed this because he wasn't ready due to being heavily distracted. Before going in for 10 months, he reached out to his childhood friend, Cameron, because he wanted to go all in with music after he got out.
He said, yo, Flea, you know how to rap now. Let's get this shit clicking like Dorothy's heels. I said, yo, I laugh like that because I couldn't take him seriously. Because this is my man. He from my building. I'm like, you rap now, Max? I mean, Charlie? He like, yeah. My name is Bigger Valley. I said, Bigger Valley? I couldn't really take Max serious because I didn't see the potential because, you know, I'm not God. I don't always catch every artist and be like, oh, how you missed this nigga? I just didn't see it because I fuck with him. And I didn't hear him rap at that time. I never heard him rap. So I guess Jim, some type of way, got with Max. I don't know how Mike Bruno got with Jim and they got together. So Jim called me like, yo, I'm gonna fuck with Max B. And I was like, yo, guy, do your thing. I didn't know it would be this type of situation. I'm just being totally honest. I didn't know.
The other contacts Max B had was with Mike Bruno and
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I would have took him serious too. He said the nigga came up to him and said, yo, I rap now. Let's get this shit clicking like Dorothy's heels. And then he said, all right, so what's your rap name? He said, Bigger Val.
Shay baby.
Yeah. He said he ain't see the potential. Sean Dinkins, what's good, my boy? Shout out to Sean Dinkins. He said he ain't see the potential, fam. He kept it real. He ain't seen it, Max. He ain't see it. He said my name is Bigger Val. I don't know, I probably would have laughed too.
Jim Jones, who was a part of Dipset with Cameron. Max came home in January of 2005. By the summer, he was down with Jim Jones and his Bird Gang label. According to him, he received a 6-figure advance and started working on records like Confront Your Babe, Baby Girl, and G's Up.
Yes!
All of these records ended up on Jim Jones' sophomore album, Harlem Diary of a Summer, which was released in August of 2005. It peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200, selling 74,000 copies in its first week. Max B's smooth singing, melodic hooks, and wavy delivery gave Jim's sound a new edge. Soon after, Max was featured on Cameron's diss track against Jay-Z, You Gotta Love It, and in that same year, he released his own debut mixtape, $1 Million Baby, in 2006.
Climb on top and make love to me. I make you delirious. Yo, she had me in the palm of my hand.
This was also the year that Jim Jones Presents M.O.B. Members of Bird Gang was released. Everything was lining up for Max B until September of 2006. This is when Max B was arrested in connection to a botched robbery in Fort Lee, New Jersey that ended with the man dead. The case involved his on-again, off-again girlfriend and Max's stepbrother, and it would hang over him for years. I'm not gonna go too in-depth about the case in this video. What I will say is that Max was not there when the robbery went down, but prosecutors argued that he planned and directed the setup, making him legally responsible for what happened. While Max sat in jail awaiting trial, Jim Jones' single We Fly High exploded. It was released in October of 2006. It peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the ballin' dance became a cultural moment. Max B appears in the music video, and soon rumors started flying that Max had written or co-written the record. Jim Jones has vehemently denied this, but to this day, fans still debate who really came up with the hit. Besides We Fly High, there's rumors that Max B and fellow Bird Gang member Stack Bundles wrote material for Jim Jones, but this is also something that Jim Jones denies. Why would you even ask me that? Max B never wrote 1 ounce of my music, nor has Stack Bundles, nor has Cam, nor has anybody in my whole life. You can't allude to what you hear out there if you don't know it for sure. Nobody writes my music at all. If you really want to know, I have ghost written a lot of music for a lot of other people, including the name you just said. If you really want to get technical, but that's neither here nor there. When Jim Jones released his 3rd album, Hustlers POME, in November of 2006, Max B was all over this project. He appears on 7 out of the 20 tracks on it.
Damn!
By 2007, Max B was out on $1.5 million bail, which he said he scraped together by selling his publishing rights.
My manager, my current manager now, her name's Jalay Moore. She bailed me out.
How much was your bail?
It was 1.5, but then when we came up with it, they made us go back in and put up another joint, so they really came out to $2 million.
Okay.
But it was 1.5.
So where was
That's crazy.
It was $2 million. It was $2 million property, and then I needed like 10% cash of that. So we came up with like 6% cash of that. That's what Jim came in. But he didn't pay. That wasn't his cash. Like I had to give up songs for that cash in exchange.
So wait a minute.
So what was the video with him counting the money, saying he was about to go bail you
That
out?
was the 10% worth cash he was coming to get me with. I know you don't think he was counting $2 million. It's not right there with no money machine, like right there before he was. It looked like juicy like that, but that's how he make it look like it's extra. But you know.
Are you cool with him? Are you cool with him?
No.
How'd it go
I wouldn't say that.
How'd it go from sweet to sour so quick though?
Cause dudes don't care about me. Dudes want me to work for free, and I got responsibilities. Like I'm 30 years old, you know what I'm saying? I got a son. Like I need money too. Like dudes want me to work for free. You know, dudes got accustomed to that. You know what I'm saying? When I came home, I had a little buzz. Dudes like, yo, Max, man, what's up? Like you gonna go back to working for this?
How long were you in jail?
On this one?
Yeah.
But the success of We Fly High changed the dynamic between him and Jim Jones. Max felt underappreciated and underpaid, claiming he was only getting $300 a show while helping write and perform Jim and Bird Gang's biggest songs. They was under this impression, I think.
All right, so, because we got a lot to go before we get out of here. So, basically, that was just a rundown of Max B. You know, the whole, everything he been through, the whole run. So, this album coming out, this is an album that niggas been waiting for. He never got a chance really to drop a real official album because the nigga was working with Jim, working on Jim's albums. Now, you can't be mad at Jim. Jim was the guy that they had their eye on. Jim had the hits. Jim had Ballin'. He had the G's up, Hoes Down. Jim was litty at that time. They had to run with Jim. Koch Records was loving Jim. So Jim was the guy to go with at that time. Max was next up.
Shay baby.
That's a fact, Fox. Smash them likes. All right, so let's get into this Diddy versus Netflix, and then we out of here. So Diddy, there he goes, the diddler. There he goes. So the diddler, he said 50 Cent, y'all want to play games? Y'all want to play with my name? Put some respect on my name, like Diddy said. Diddy said that he wants, I think it's $1 billion from Netflix. Diddy suing Netflix. That's a fact. All right, let's see what it is.
December 2nd was supposed to be an ordinary night on Netflix until one documentary dropped and shattered the entire entertainment world. Sean Combs, The Reckoning. 4 episodes, 4 hours, and within minutes of release, millions of viewers felt the same icy realization. This wasn't a documentary. This was a grave being opened. What people saw wasn't filtered drama or celebrity gossip. It was raw, disturbing, unedited truth stitched together from decades of secrets Diddy thought would stay buried forever. The opening scenes alone sent social media into chaos, blurred faces trembling as they told their stories, surveillance clips from hotel hallways, frantic late-night phone calls, witness testimonies that connected dots across years, cities, and lives. For the first time, the public saw what insiders whispered about for decades. A man who used power like a weapon, silence like currency, and fear like oxygen. As the minutes passed, more details surfaced. Hidden camera footage, private recordings, uncut confessions from people who had been too terrified to speak until now. And then, the darkest part, the adult-themed content and interviews from individuals describing the private world Diddy controlled. People realized these weren't allegations floating on fan blogs. These were stories backed by timestamps, recordings, and the voices of survivors trembling through their truth. Twitter caught fire. TikTok went into investigative mode. Podcasts went live in the middle of the night. Suddenly, everybody was asking the same question. How did this stay hidden for so long? Before going deeper into this video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon. That's how you'll never miss any breaking updates like this. Now let's get back to the story. As the hours rolled by, the documentary dug even deeper, revealing conversations tying Diddy to violent incidents, abusive encounters, and even old mysteries the industry never dared to touch. Clips in the film hinted at his alleged involvement in the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. Former insiders spoke in shadowed interviews, describing meetings, payments, and warnings they received. Their voices shook, but their stories were sharp, consistent, and chilling. The online reaction was immediate and brutal. This is career-ending. This is criminal. This is the biggest expose in entertainment history. Even people who once idolized Diddy were stunned into silence. Fans paused scenes, compared them to past interviews, dug up old articles, and discovered disturbing similarities that stretched across decades like a trail of smoke leading back to the same fire. News outlets across the globe picked it up. Morning shows opened with questions like, does this documentary change the entire Diddy case? And has the truth finally been revealed? Legal experts warned that the evidence shown in The Reckoning could trigger real courtroom consequences. And they were right, because this wasn't just a documentary release. It was the beginning of a storm so powerful that within days, it would drag Diddy back into a federal courtroom, expose the truth he hid for years, and lead to the one sentence he feared more than anything else: life behind bars.
Crazy.
Episode 2 of The Reckoning didn't just continue the story. It tore the lid off every dark corner people suspected but could never prove. The tone shifted from shocking to suffocating as Netflix began stitching together pieces of evidence that had lived in the shadows for decades. It opened with a blurred interview, a woman whose voice trembled as she described nights that felt like traps. Then the screen cut to raw hallway footage, time-stamped and grainy, showing a frantic figure rushing away while another shadow followed behind. The moment viewers matched that timestamp with Cassie's old testimony, the internet exploded. People realized they weren't watching accusations. They were watching confirmation. The episode deepened with audio files that felt too real to be entertainment. A phone call, muffled breathing, a panicked woman saying, "Please stop," a commanding voice interrupting her, and finally a chilling sentence: "Handle it before it spreads." For years, critics dismissed similar stories as rumors, but here they were, captured, time-verified, forensic tested, and matched with identical accounts from unrelated survivors. Then the documentary went darker, exposing adult-themed clips that only needed a second of blurred visuals and muted audio to reveal the horror behind them. Survivor after survivor recounted nights where they felt trapped, controlled, or coerced inside Diddy's carefully curated private environments. Different people, different years, different coasts, yet their stories aligned at almost word for word. It wasn't chaos.
So let me pause this for a second, because it's getting crazy. So the AI voice is crazy, whoever this guy telling this story, he's wild. So, but I like it. So I've been talking to Tone. So me and Tone was talking about the actual, because I didn't even still get a chance to see the documentary yet. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to sit down this weekend and watch it. But Tone, okay, so Diddy, before he goes in, he hires a camera crew, it seems like, to follow him. This was the story, right, Tone? To follow him. He was doing a documentary himself, right? Because he thought he was going to be not guilty. So he was filming everything, like him beating the case. Then he became guilty. Then he didn't pay for the film. So I guess 50 Cent got hold to this cameraman who had all this footage from Diddy. Because the footage that this guy's coming up with on these documentaries is crazy. I don't know how he got this content. It's crazy. You know, like showing Diddy in the hotel talking about him on the phone with his lawyers, you know, smoking weed with the kids. It's crazy.
Shit, baby.
Little Rod. Now, Little Rod, that nigga's disgusting. I saw a clip on YouTube. He say he wake up and he go to the bathroom. He not going to the bathroom, right? Right, Tone? What did he say? Tone said the way 50 got that footage is all the B-roll. Now, Tone, Little Rod, why was he saying he wake up and his butthole was hurting and all of this? Why was he saying that? He's saying that Diddy raped him. Little Rod is the worst one out there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Little Rod is a fraud. I think he lying, man.
Shit, baby.
If you got raped and you wake up and your butthole hurts, why are you waiting 7 to 8 years to say anything about this? You got raped, my nigga. Diddy took your butt from you. Why are you waiting 5, 7 years to come down and get on document? You wanted this bread from 50. Let's keep it real, Little Rod. So the frauds in all of this to me is Shorty from Danny the Kane, what's her name? Audrey, Little Rod, and I gotta say the Punisher. Because the Punisher, your zesty ass took that bread, beat off on Diddy's chest, and you got paid $3,500, man. You said your lifestyle was different. You said your lifestyle went up from there. You said your girl tried to stop you from leaving the house 3 o'clock in the morning. You threw her ass aside and said, I'm going to get money. Now this. Little Rod, you was thirsty from day one to get in the hit record books. Because let's keep it real, by then, we talking 2015. So what years is this with Little Rod? 2017, 18-ish? Okay. By then, we all know the stories of Diddy. 2017. You know you go produce a Diddy, you're not getting your royalties. You was in there trying to get raped from the beginning. You was trying to get raped. You knew this. This is 2017. The Lock's been through a chair, Diddy, since 98. Mace had became Reverend since 99. 112 been left him. Black Rob been in the crib just sitting around. Goddamn, Craig Mack been dead. Biggie been gone. But Little Rod thinks he's gonna get the best end of the deal? Get out of here, Little Rod.
Shit, baby.
Little Rod, you wanted that so far up your butt, you would have took that before the royalties, man. That's why your name is Little Rod. Put a rod up him. Pause.
Shit, baby.
Yeah. What a goofy. Now, the only reason why I'm saying he's a goofy is because, you know, me, I want the money, man. You rape me, you drug me up. I'm going from the, like, first of all, Diddy, right? I don't know. Something would have happened, man. Because I feel like you might as well just kill me, man. You took my whole manhood from me. I might as well put the gun in my head myself. I'm going to live with myself, know this nigga did some nasty work like this to me, man. This nigga's story don't even sound real. He said he woke up, he went to the bathroom, and diarrhea was coming out. Get out of here, man.
Shit, baby.
What type of story is that, Little Rod? D-Mac over there on Facebook, what it is? Little Rod, booty. Oh, exactly. On Facebook, they're over there saying his booty hole was worked out. This is what he wanted, man. Yo, Gabby, I know. Lil Rod may need a diabolical bitch. Yes. Kamala on his team. Shout out to Ashley Lewis. Don Coop, it's a lie. Diddy got a small.
Shit, baby.
They said Little Rod lying off the fact that Diddy already said he got a little joint.
Shit, baby.
Oh, yo, it's nasty this morning. Freaky Friday. Niche, let's get Niche in the building.
Hey, it's Freaky Friday. Sit back and enjoy, and let's get wet.
Fire. So, they're all cap, Little Rod. Now, Little Rod, there's ways you could have went about this, Little Rod. You know, there's ways you could have went about this. Now, Ray J wasn't feeling none of this stuff, man. Because look, let me see if I got this stuff with Ray J. Because Ray J, the other day, where's Ray J at? I want to see if I have it in here. Because Ray J the other day, he was talking some facts. Let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe I could play the audio. Let me see. Because I wasn't mad at Ray J. Because Ray J is like, he's looking at the documentary and he's once again talking about, he say the asshole's been taken. That's crazy. And Ray J was saying this, what, maybe, I want to say Ray J was preaching this a year ago. Let me see if I have it. And that's real, man. Lil Rod said his butthole was taken. So now, if I'm Lil Rod, right? Do I take this? Here you go. Do I take this the way No. I don't want to play around on Netflix and all this. 50 Cent and these niggas giving me $80,000 to tell a story. I need millions of dollars, man. I need millions of dollars. Okay, this is Ray J.
Ass taken, bro. Now, as a journalist, you heard me say what I said, and that's kind of what cranked this whole thing up. But then fast forward to the documentary. It's saying that they was getting their ass taken, bro. Multiple times. Kept partying. Oh, you some money? I mean, yo, what the f is going on in this world, bro? Said I woke up with females in the bed. Then I woke up and Diddy was in the bed. What was Diddy doing in the bed, bro? Ooh, man, I went and took a shit. And my shit coming out way more runnier. I'm feeling sore around the rear end area. I know what happened. I've been taken, and now I'm still here partying, acting like nothing ever happened.
They're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Asses are
chuckle? Do you laugh? That's what I'm saying. Now, Ray J. I kind of want to say Ray J knows what's really going on. Ray J's in all those Diddy's parties. Ray J is in all the Diddy parties. So I don't know if Ray J saying he wasn't down with none of this. He said asses was taken like no other. Then you heard what he said. Little Rod said he goes to the bathroom and it comes out a little bit watery and all of this. It's disgusting work out there, my dudes. I'm telling y'all. Diddy, like the way people got Diddy looking is like, this is the worst, nastiest man in the industry that ever touched. He's worse than R. Kelly. Niggas worse than R. Kelly, the way they got trying to make him look. That's a fact. He got R. Kelly's beat.
It was a pattern, and patterns are what courts look for. As social media reacted, people began cross-referencing these stories with old interviews and hidden reports. Someone found a 2005 radio interview hinting at the same type of behavior.
So,
another resurfaced.
So Tone said also in the documentary that Little Rod is in the studio, right? And Diddy comes up to him and is like, yeah, I want to show you some videos. And shows him videos of him. He said, huh? He said, this is how he told Little Rod, this is how you get on. So basically, he shows him all types of video. And in the videos, he shows Diddy piping dudes from the back and busting niggas' ass, pause, on video. That's crazy. Now imagine you in the studio and a nigga come up to you, Diddy, and say, let's watch some video real quick. You think he'll show you a couple of his dance moves? You know, you don't know what's going on. He pulling out videos of him piping niggas from behind. That's crazy. I don't know. I gotta get up and walk out. I gotta leave. Why am I still in the studio? Little Rod, you stayed there. You was like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. Diddy broke down to me. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna have diarrhea business in the next 2 hours. That's what you was thinking, Little Rod. Once a nigga show you videos of zesty things, why are you still in the studio? It's this simple. Diddy, you that nigga, Diddy. You was really doing it. You was really busting those niggas' ass, right? You gas them up. Damn, Diddy, you the man. Matter of fact, let me just go get something outside. By then, you already called the Uber Black. It's outside waiting for you. Little Rod, where you going? I'm just going to get something outside in the car. I'll be right back. And then you don't come back, Little Rod. Then you do not come back. It's that simple. Or be a real nigga. Just get up and say, yo, this is some gay shit. I'm out of here, man. Hell is wrong with you playing games like this with me?
Shit, baby.
Yeah. But no. You stayed, continued to make the beats, let Diddy get the credit, crack the code. You thought you was that nigga. You say you woke up in the bed with women. You turned your head an hour later after being ecstasied out. Next thing you know, Diddy was holding on to your legs. Then you got up to go to the bathroom because your stomach hurt, and then you had blood diarrhea. That's nasty work, Little Rod. How you even telling these stories, my nigga? You sound stupid.
Shit, baby.
You sound stupid. JC, what it is? I respect y'all. The team telling y'all, get them likes up. That's nasty work, Gabby. That's nasty work, Gav. You wake up and Diddy's in the bed. I'm wilding out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Yo, Diddy. Yo, yo, my pants is down. Yo, Diddy. I'm hitting Diddy in the face. I'm throwing shit in the crib. I'm running up to Justin, punching him in the mouth. I'm going up to the other little nigga, Quincy. Like, yo, what's up? Uppercutting him in the mouth. I'm knocking. I'm fighting all them niggas in the house, man. Y'all allowed your pops to do this to me. Straight like that. I'm going crazy in the crib because, you know, Little Rod is the kid's age. I'm going, wow, y'all niggas brought me in here. Y'all got me out. I shouldn't even be hanging out with this nigga. I'm supposed to be chilling. See, first of all, even if I'm working with Diddy, I'm not hanging out with him. Nigga's 59 years old. Where the niggas, the young entourage out? I don't even want to talk to this nigga. Give me the assignment. Give me the bag. I'll send you the Pro Tools session. We don't need to be in a session together with you and your sons got zesty niggas walking around the crib doing nasty works things to people, man. I don't need to be in there, man. I don't want to drink the pink cocaine juice. I don't want to check out the like Fox said, you got different flavors of the saucy drinks. I don't want none of that. Toe said he was on ketamine. I don't want none of that. Toe said that's horse tranquilizer. That's crazy. Now, Diddy, too. They say this man was drugged up. This nigga's, me. I'm all getting old, man. I smoke a couple blunts. That shit knock a nigga out sometimes when I'm editing and working. Imagine being in your 50s on ketamine and all these crazy drugs that's Diddy. Or, yo, what Diddy shooting up the IV stuff to give him energy and all of this stuff? Once you get to a certain age, you got to slow down on the drugs. Diddy started turning up on the drugs. Diddy started turning up on the drugs. So this is why I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, Little Rod, Audrey, all these guys, Diddy, you know, you seen how he was. You wanted to be around there. Mace ain't like it, he left. The Locks ain't like it, they left. Biggie saw what was going on in the early stages. He had Junior Mafia. He was on his way out of there. He was on his way to doing his own thing. But 20 years later, after all the nasty work, allegations, here comes Audrey and Little Rod. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. All cap.
Security guard confession that no one took seriously at the time. Everything that once looked like unrelated drama suddenly formed a clear, frightening narrative. But the reckoning wasn't
Brian,
done.
what it is?
It pivoted into the oldest, most controversial Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. For decades, the internet speculated about Diddy's alleged involvement in the events leading to their murders. But the documentary didn't rely on speculation. It brought in anonymous insiders, gang affiliates, and former security members who described meetings, payments, and warnings that sounded too specific to be coincidence. Graphics showed unexplained financial transfers, phone logs, witness recollections, alleged comments made behind closed doors. One former associate said in a disguised voice,
all right,
people think that
this is crazy. So, Diddy was always going to get Biggie out the way. I just got some info that's crazy to me. So, you know who gives Diddy the name Diddy? I guess it seems like it was Biggie Smalls because, don't forget, Puff name is Puff Daddy at this time, I guess. Then he goes, here comes Diddy, right? Okay, so this is who Diddy is. Diddy is the sidekick to Donkey Kong. King Kong. That's Donkey Kong. That's Diddy. And you can look it up. King Kong and Diddy. So, I guess Biggie was Donkey Kong, and this guy was the little sidekick monkey. Dancing all on the side. You know, this is good info right here. This is good funny smoke. So, here you go, your phone, though. So, the name Diddy is a sideshow. So he definitely was going to get Biggie out the way. Make him that name. Brian, appreciate you always, man. You set it off, man. Let's roll Brian out. You know Brian gets it lit in here early. Shout out to Brian. So, Brian, you pulled up late. So we was talking about This is right here. Diddy is suing Netflix. Now, he's suing Netflix because he says that, they allowed this man to go ahead and put this documentary on their platform. I don't know if Diddy could win. I don't know. No, appreciate you, Brian, always. I don't know if Diddy could win against Netflix because I don't know what the statute of limitation is of doing things like that. Can you, Toe? Toe said even if they settle out in court, they don't care. They billionaires. That's facts, Toe. He said everybody's on Netflix. They gonna get their money up regardless. They give him what he wants.
Shit, baby.
Because he's suing them for $1 billion. It's crazy. Toe said that's 1 week of payments. They be all right.
It was about rivalry. It was never that simple. Viewers paused, rewound, rewatched. Because suddenly the idea that Diddy's darkness extended far beyond Cassie, beyond private abuse, into the realm of orchestrated violence was no longer outlandish. It
Shout
was
out to Ashley
terrifyingly
Lewis.
plausible. Podcasts dedicated entire episodes to analyzing those segments. TikTok lawyers dissected every clip. Reddit threads became a digital crime board connecting murder cases to scenes in the documentary. And with every minute that passed, the pressure on Diddy intensified. This was no longer a PR crisis. This was a complete character collapse documented on film. People began asking, how was all of this hidden? How many people covered it up? How many careers disappeared because of what they saw? And the bigger question, if the world just watched undeniable proof, what would a federal judge do when this evidence reached his desk? The answer was coming, faster than anyone expected. Cassie Ventura's legal team didn't just watch the reckoning, they studied it like investigators reviewing a crime scene. While the internet reacted emotionally, her attorneys reacted strategically. They sat around a long table, laptops open, notes spread everywhere, replaying every clip frame by frame. And with every pause, zoom and rewind, their expressions grew heavier. This documentary wasn't sensationalism, it was verification. Point after point, story after story, evidence layered over evidence. The first moment that made the room go silent was the hallway footage. One lawyer froze the frame and whispered, "This is the night she told us about." The timestamp matched Cassie's sealed testimony nearly to the minute. The shadows, the panic, the sequence of movements. It all aligned. Another attorney pulled out an old folder labeled Incident Number 4, flipping to a statement Cassie wrote years earlier. When they compared the descriptions to the documentary clip, the resemblance was chilling. But then came the audio recordings, the ones Diddy hoped the world would never hear. Voices arguing, a woman pleading, a man giving orders. Background noises that matched locations Cassie had detailed in her original deposition. The attorneys listened in silence, their faces tightening. They knew these recordings were real, and now the world knew it too. Next, the documentary revealed adult-themed clips and survivor interviews describing coercion, intimidation, and controlled environments. These weren't random stories. They mapped perfectly onto allegations Cassie had made long before anyone took her seriously. The attorneys compared each interview with their private case files and found a shocking consistency. Different people, different eras, but identical patterns. This wasn't coincidence. It was corroboration on a scale they didn't expect to find on Netflix. Then the Tupac and Biggie segments hit, and this is where Cassie's lawyers truly understood the magnitude of what was coming. Not because these murders were part of Cassie's case, but because the documentary showed a terrifying breadth of behavior. Patterns of violence, patterns of control, patterns of secrecy. A world where threats and coercion appeared to be standard tools. If even half of these allegations held weight, it transformed the entire narrative around Diddy's sentencing. One attorney closed her laptop and said, "The court never saw this. They never saw any of this." That's when they made their decision. Within hours, Cassie's legal team drafted an emergency submission to Judge Aaron Sobermanian. They cited specific segments from the documentary, included screenshots, time-coded transcripts, and digital comparisons. They highlighted the undeniable pattern of behavior shown in the film and explained how these revelations filled the gaps left in the original court process. Their letter didn't request an opinion. It demanded action. When the submission hit the judge's desk, insiders say he immediately instructed clerks to retrieve raw footage and independent forensic reports. He spent hours reviewing scenes, marking timestamps, and comparing statements. This wasn't a judge reacting to public pressure. This was a judge responding to newly discovered evidence that fundamentally altered the understanding of an already serious case. And while Cassie's legal team prepared for what came next, Diddy's team scrambled. Phones buzzed. Meetings were called. PR advisors panicked. The documentary didn't just expose a man, it exposed a history. Because now, thanks to The Reckoning, the court had
Shout out to
something
Sharice
it never
Brewster.
had
What
before.
it is, Sharice?
A complete, horrifying picture. And once a picture becomes clear, the law
Big
has
BJ,
no
what it
choice but
is?
to act. The explosion didn't start in the courthouse. It started in the media. By the morning of December 6th, The Reckoning had transformed from a Netflix documentary into a global emergency broadcast. Every major news outlet in the United States opened with the same headline: Diddy exposed. New documentary reveals dark truths. But it wasn't just the coverage. It was the tone. Anchors spoke differently. Analysts leaned forward. Criminal experts used words like pattern, predatory behavior, and undeniable consistency. CNN replayed the hallway footage side by side with past police reports. MSNBC invited trauma specialists who explained how the documentary's stories aligned almost perfectly.
All right, bottom line, Diddy's done. Shit, baby. Bottom line, Diddy's done, man. I mean, like 50 Cent finished him with the doc, man. It's just, coming home for Diddy is not going to be as, like a Max B coming home. It's going to be, when Diddy come home, it's going to be crazy, man. Yeah. Shit, baby. I'm going to tell you that now. It's going to be wild. And you know what? I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be right here. We're going to be covering everything. All right, so I'll see you guys on Monday. Let's get in them reels this weekend. And, let's keep this flowing, man. I want to thank y'all for pulling up another good morning. Freaky Friday. Let's get Niche voice in there before we leave.
Hey, it's Freaky Friday. Sit back and enjoy, and let's get wet.
That's a fact. Shout out to Niche, man. Niche is in the building. Niche always gets it popping. Shout out to my man Don Coop. Shout out to Brian. Brian, you always show love. King Fire, No Cap Fox. Shout out to my man No Game. Shout out to the whole family, man. My man Charles, of course. Carl Mitchell. 50 gets third place. 100%, Charles. Shout out to Bill Stan. Shout out to everybody, man. Coming through, showing love. We are growing. And that's all I want to do, man. Shit, baby. That's a fact. All right, y'all. See y'all on Monday. And I'm working on a few things. I'm sorry I didn't get the interview with Jim Jones and Mano. I'm not going to lie. It was cold. It was snowing. It was raining. And Shay Baby is not a fan. I can't go outside unless it's right. I'm anemic. I was cold. I don't care if we was interviewing Jay-Z. If I'm cold, it got to be right. I need the Uber Black to the door and pull up right with the red carpet. Or I'm staying home. That's a fact. All right. I'll see y'all later. Baby. See y'all on Monday. Later.
Room for morality. No games. In foreign affairs.
Yo, Shay, we about to wake these niggas up, man. They sleeping. We about to put them on. And if they ain't ready, they better get ready. Yeah, stirring up the pot, crazy. Stir it up. Tuned in to Shay, baby. Tune in. Twisting up the Zag. Light up. Got me going Zag crazy. Hip hop news, no cap. So don't try and bait. No cap. Trying to get your reels up. Then you know you gotta pay. This ain't your average, bro. Hating, then you mad at us. Haters. Niche, if they hating, send these haters back to Africa. This is where the shit stops. When I hit my bro Fox. What up, Don Coop, Charles, Pat, Brian. Make the show rock. The whole team. And we talking hip hop. Baby love, salute, baby. Salute, baby. Marcy, the whole chat room. Drop a comment, paste it. Started from the bottom basement. Headed to the top fast. Tune in and share your thoughts. Talking about it, talk stats. Shay Baby TV, hottest on the net. Let's talk facts. Anything above that. Clout chasing, fall back. Merch about to drop soon. Pre-order yours now. They can never lock us out. Kicking all the doors down. We coming through. Shay Baby TV, the hottest TV on the airwaves. Lock in, talking about it. Salute to the whole team. Marcy, Baby Love, Niche, Don Coop, Pat, Brian, No Cap Fox. What it do, y'all? We coming through, y'all. Shay Baby TV.
Shay Baby.